In this video, I'm going to show you what $3,500 a month gets you here in downtown Dubai. I'm going to show you what this area is like, how the entire cost of the place breaks down, as well as how I could have paid much less than I currently pay for it if I had done one thing right, as well as my overall impressions of renting and living here in Dubai now that this is my second apartment since moving to the city. And I'm also going to compare living in downtown Dubai to living in the Dubai Marina, which is sort of the other side of Dubai where I lived for a few months earlier in the year. As well as one big consideration that you need to be aware of before renting here in Dubai that can make renting here a bit tricky for some people. Let's first check out the area. So everything in downtown pretty much evolves around the Dubai Mall, which is one of the biggest malls in the world. It's so massive that I remember the first time I came there, I ended up eating at this sushi place that was really good. So the next time I went there, I was like, I really want to eat at the same sushi place again. But because the mall is so freaking massive, like I walked around it for like 45 minutes and I just could not find it. So it's so big that they literally made their own app just for navigating around the mall. And that's something that you definitely want to download if you're coming here. Oh, and if you like spending money, then yeah, Dubai Mall is your paradise. Other than that, my favorite place in downtown is right next to the mall, where you have these magical fountain shows that honestly just never get old. Really undescribable what they've been able to do. It's like these fountains that like move to the rhythm of the song that they're playing. It is like just really beautiful. You just walk along the sort of the Dubai Mall area and just look at them. And one local hack is that there are a couple of these restaurants that you can go to, like sort of further up around the Dubai Mall. They're sort of secluded, so you sort of need to find them, and they're usually not even full, and it just gives you the best view of the fountain shows. And like I think this is the best way to experience the fountain shows. A really nice place for a walk is the Emar Boulevard that basically just circles around this entire central area with a lot of like very luxurious nice buildings around it, and especially at night when there's like trees light up with all these lights, it's super scenic and super nice to walk around. So I'm walking to have dinner at one of the many nice restaurants around here in downtown. It's probably my favorite part here. So many great places to eat with like amazing views and surprisingly reasonable prices. Let's have a look. So this meal with this biryani and some paratha came out to around 100 dirhams, which is like $25 to $30. And that's a pretty normal price to pay for food around here in Dubai, which is obviously expensive if you compare to like really cheap places like Thailand, which is where I spent some time earlier this year. But then again, if you compare to places like London, like New York, Los Angeles, then I think this is definitely even cheaper, or at least not that much more expensive. And the one thing I will say about food here, just in the city of Dubai in general, is that wherever you eat, the food is always super good. I always love the food. Like they just do it really well, whichever cuisine, especially Middle Eastern. So the downside of this particular area obviously is that it is very expensive. It's one of the most expensive areas around Dubai, and it's a massive tourist trap. And the thing that's surprising to me about the downtown, comparing to like what I expected perhaps from a city center from most places, is that as long as you go just outside of the fountain area, it's surprisingly quiet considering it's like the center of the city. And it's also because most of the offices of like big companies or something are in the area right next to downtown in DIFC. So this is where a lot of people go to work, and then they just come back to downtown to essentially live. That's also why you don't necessarily see as many crowds around the streets as you might expect. Okay, let's move into the actual apartment itself, shall we? So everything you see here came fully furnished with the apartment when I moved in. And what I really love about this apartment is how premium the sort of finishing and everything here is. So going into the bedroom, massive double bed. Not that there's anyone else there besides me. But whenever I wake up, my favorite thing to do is just to open these curtains and to have this view of the city. The one annoying thing here is that there happens to be a construction site like right next to where I live. At least they make sure I don't sleep in. A lot of storage space. Not that I need that much of it because I don't really own a lot of stuff, because I like to travel around and things like this. Here we have the toilet with the shower. Nothing special there. Then going into the kitchen. Again, everything is quite modern. I like the materials in the countertops. I think it's like marble or something. Again, everything you see here came with the apartment, including this Nespresso machine, which is a really nice addition. Not that I cook that much, but I do like to fry a steak here and there. I make some eggs and avocado toast for breakfast. Now getting into the living space, the best part about this is the view. We'll get into that in a second. It's sort of a living room mixed in with my workspace right here. There's a TV that again came with the apartment. A nice sofa, everything you really need. And so here we have my work setup. We've got the Apple Studio display, the M1 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch with this Ali Abdaal skin on it. We've got my iPad. And I like the aesthetic of this living room, and it gives for some nice backgrounds for my videos, which you've probably seen if you watch either of my channels. By the way, if you don't, make sure to subscribe. Now we get into the view where we can actually see the Burj Khalifa right from my window, which was a nice surprise because I didn't know that this was going to have a view of the Burj Khalifa. The only thing I wish is that I had a slightly higher floor, but this will definitely do for sure. This view is particularly amazing. Every night they play these light shows. I can also see these Burj Khalifa light shows right from my window, which is pretty awesome. Overall, super happy with the apartment. Okay, so it's time to break down the cost of this place. So I pay a total of 12,862 dirhams per month, which includes all bills, water, even Wi-Fi, which comes out to a juicy $3,501.89 a month. Ouch. But let me give you some context. So I'm renting this place from a platform called Blueground. It's sort of like Airbnb, except for like longer term rentals. And the reason I'm doing that, and this gets into the one thing that sort of makes renting tricky here, is that because the summers in Dubai are so hot, like basically if you have the option, you probably don't want to be here in the summer. And for me, that's perfect, by the way, because my whole idea in my life is like, I want to be in Dubai slightly more than half the year and then just travel around in the summers. But the issue with that is it's a lot more expensive to rent monthly than it is to rent annually. And because I don't spend the entire year here, I'm having to overpay for a lot of the months that I do rent because I am renting short term essentially. My long-term plan here is definitely to end up buying a place here that I can just rent out over the summers so that I don't have to keep overpaying for this rent for this portion of the year that I'm here, and also so that I have some rental income coming in the months when I'm not actually here to offset the rent that I'm paying perhaps in Asia or in the US or in Europe or wherever I'm staying in the summer. So if I was to rent a similar place, like exactly the same kind of place as this, but rent for the entire year with like a normal tenancy contract, I could probably get this for like $2,000 to $2,500 a month, which is a lot less than what I am having to pay. And obviously even less than that if you're not living in one of these hotspot areas like downtown or Marina. So while Dubai can definitely be very expensive if you're being stupid like me, it can also be done reasonably affordably. If you're looking to rent here and for the options that you might have, I recommend checking out this platform called Property Finder, and you'll be able to see all the kinds of different deals that you'll be able to get here. So let's get into the conclusion. Do I like living in downtown, or did I prefer the Marina? And what is my impression of living and renting here in Dubai overall so far? So my lease in this apartment is ending in December. The plan was always in January, when I come back from Christmas, which I'm spending in Finland with my family, I would move again to a different area and to see what I like before I decide where to buy, for example. Because I actually liked the Marina so much when I was there, I'm actually gonna end up going back there in January, and that also sort of answers the question. Yes, I think at the end of the day I preferred the Marina simply because I really enjoy being around the water. The only downside is that it's sort of further away from a lot of different stuff in Dubai. I like downtown for what is close to it, but I prefer the vibe of Marina, like just walking around the water, the beach. So if you want to see what that apartment is like, definitely leave a like on this video. I'll be sure to show you around there as well and give you some more impressions as I stay in Dubai. But yes, my plan is to keep staying here like 6 to 8 months of the year, and in the summers travel around. So if this kind of lifestyle and seeing what life here and life around the world is like is something that interests you, I recommend you subscribe to the channel, because I think you would also like a lot of the other videos I post on this channel. So I actually also made an apartment tour in my previous apartment, in my first apartment in Dubai Marina, which is right here. So if you want to compare the two yourself, then I recommend you watch that video, because I think you'll also enjoy it a lot. With that, I'll see you next time.